It was an evening that would forever alter the course of my life, a moment that felt like a thunderclap in the stillness of my existence. After 20 years of marriage, 2 beautiful daughters, and what I believed to be a life filled with happiness, I came home early one Friday, blissfully unaware that everything was about to change. As I entered our home, I felt a sense of anticipation, hoping to rekindle the romance with my wife, Lori. Little did I know, the reality I was about to confront would shatter the very foundations of my life. I've noticed only 98% of you who watch haven't subscribed. Come on, guys. Show some love and support. Thanks a bunch to those who have already subscribed. My name is Bill Miller, and at the time of these events, Lori and I had just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. We met in college, married right after graduation, and built a life together that many would envy. Our daughters, Kelly and Erin, were the pride of our lives. Kelly had just started her journey at a state university, while Erin was on the brink of graduating high school. The transition of Kelly moving out had left a palpable void in our home, and I had noticed Lori becoming increasingly distant in the weeks leading up to that fateful Friday. Despite the signs, I chose to ignore them, focusing instead on the romantic dinner I had planned for us. I envisioned a cozy evening, a chance to reconnect and celebrate our love. As I pulled into the garage and saw Lori's car, I felt a flicker of hope. I called out, "Honey, I'm home," and was met with her soft response, "Yes, I'm here." When I entered our bedroom, the sight that greeted me was one I could never have anticipated. Lori was sitting at the vanity, meticulously applying her makeup, dressed in the elegant black dress I had gifted her for Christmas. An open suitcase lay beside her, and my heart sank as I realized that her preparations were not for the romantic weekend I had envisioned. "Are we going somewhere?" I asked, my voice trembling with confusion. "You didn't tell me, but I can get ready quickly. Where are we going?" The excitement in my voice quickly faded as I awaited her response. Lori lowered her gaze, her expression serious. "Bill, I'm sorry, but I have a date this weekend." The words hung in the air, heavy and suffocating. How could she say that? A date? The concept felt foreign and wrong, a betrayal that cut deep. "What do you mean?" I stammered, struggling to comprehend the reality of the situation. "We're not in an open marriage, Lori. How could you do this?" Her voice was calm, yet resolute. "It's just a weekend. I've been feeling lost since Kelly left for college. This is like therapy for me. I need to reevaluate everything, and I'll come back on Monday morning as the same Lori. Nothing will change." Her words sent a chill through me. How could she believe that spending a weekend with another man would somehow strengthen our marriage? "So you think being with another man will help our relationship?" I asked incredulously. "Yes," she replied, her determination unwavering. "I need to feel young, beautiful, and alive again. It's a need, Bill. I want you to give me this weekend as a gift and try to understand me." At that moment, I felt as though I was speaking to a stranger. The woman I had loved for 2 decades seemed to have vanished, replaced by someone I barely recognized. I took a deep breath, trying to steady my racing heart. "If you're determined to go through with this, that's your choice. But know that you have until your Uber arrives to think it over. I want you to keep your phone on for your safety, nothing else." Lori thought for a moment before nodding. "Okay," she said, "but promise me you won't follow me or try to ruin my plans." I promised, though inside, a storm was raging. As she packed her bag and waited for her ride, I sat in silence, wrestling with conflicting emotions. I wanted to stop her, to plead with her to reconsider, but I also didn't want to demean myself by begging. When the Uber arrived, Lori dragged her suitcase to the car without looking back, and just like that, she was gone. In the wake of her departure, I felt a strange sense of liberation wash over me. I grabbed my phone, knowing that a new chapter of my life was about to begin. I thought of someone from my past, someone who had once touched my heart but had never gone beyond friendship due to my loyalty to Lori. It was time to reach out to Sarah. "Hi, Sarah. It's Bill," I said, my voice trembling but resolute. "I need to talk." Her warm voice brought back memories of a time when life felt simpler. "Bill, it's been years. How are you?" I explained my situation, detailing Lori's decision to spend the weekend with another man, and my realization that I could no longer continue in this marriage. Sarah listened intently, and after a moment of silence, she gently asked, "What do you want me to do, Bill?" "I made you a promise," I said, my heart racing. "If my marriage ever ended, I would call you, and now here I am. I'd like to spend this evening with you. I just need to talk." Without hesitation, Sarah agreed. When I arrived at her house, she greeted me with a warm smile that eased the chaos swirling inside me. We talked for hours, sharing stories and memories, and as the night wore on, I found myself opening up about Lori's betrayal and the feelings I had suppressed for so long. As our conversation deepened, I realized that I didn't just want one night with Sarah. I wanted a lifetime with her. The connection we had shared years ago was still there, waiting to be rekindled. I spent the weekend with Sarah, and for the first time in years, I felt complete. When Lori returned home on Sunday, she walked in with a confident glow as if nothing had changed. "See? Nothing's changed," she said, her tone light. I came back as the same Lori, but she was wrong. Everything had changed. That weekend had been a turning point for me, a moment of clarity that I had never expected. I listened to her recount her weekend, processing her words like I was taking notes in my mind. Finally, I spoke, my voice steady and firm. "Lori, this weekend made me realize that our marriage is over. I'm not saying I won't forgive you, but I can't continue this relationship. Tomorrow, I'm starting the divorce process." The look of relief on Lori's face quickly morphed into fear and shock. In that moment, she understood that her betrayal had consequences, far beyond a fleeting weekend. She cried and pleaded, but my decision was final. The divorce process was swift and fair. I explained the situation to our daughters, Kelly and Erin, encouraging them not to question their mother's mistakes and to continue loving her. It was a difficult conversation, but I wanted them to know that their relationship with Lori was separate from the choices she had made. Over time, everyone adjusted to the new reality. Lori and I navigated co-parenting, and while it was challenging, we managed to maintain a respectful relationship for the sake of our daughters. Meanwhile, Sarah and I fell in love all over again. Within a few years, we got married and built our own family, welcoming 2 wonderful children into our lives. I formed a strong bond with Sarah's son, Jacob, and together, we created a home filled with love and laughter. Looking back, I understand that the weekend Lori chose to leave was a turning point for me. Sometimes the greatest betrayals pave the way for the most beautiful beginnings. Lori lost me through her poor decisions, but in the process I found myself in true love. Life has a way of surprising us, and while I never anticipated the path my life would take, I am grateful for the lessons learned and the love I found in the aftermath of betrayal. Today, I stand firm in the belief that sometimes the end of one chapter is merely the beginning of another, and I am thankful for the journey that led me to where I am now.